we are introducing the digital checks into our digital registration service. So that's the service to change and update the register. So this is a new way we're helping customers get their applications right first time by introducing these checks. So traditionally, we've relied on our caseworker teams to review applications after submission, which often has meant that they may identify errors and then have to request additional information. And that process can cause delays and, of course, extra work for everyone involved. So these digital checks, we're kind of looking to change that approach. And these checks will identify common errors before the application is submitted so that customers can correct them straight away once they've seen if there is an error. So it's a really big step forward in terms of saving customers time and money, and it allows us and our caseworkers to focus on the more complex applications rather than kind of those routine corrections. So ultimately, the digital checks and what we're trying to do with the registration service is about making the process faster, easier, and more accurate for everyone. So these focus on the more common administrative errors. So, for example, name discrepancies, or if the application is missing some basic information, which might sound quite minor in terms of what checks it's doing, but those things have a big impact as they build up. So last year alone, we issued around 250,000 requisitions for just kind of the name discrepancies and applications that were missing some of that basic information, which of course is a significant number, and we estimate that costs customers as well around £6 million in delays and additional work as a result of that. So our goal is to help catch those errors up front and therefore help reduce and avoid those unnecessary costs by ensuring the application is right first time when it is submitted. These are digital checks. They're central to that ambition, really. So by identifying the errors before submission, we reduce the need for the follow-up requests, which are a major source of the delay. And so they also then reduce the number of manual checks that our caseworkers will need to carry out, because we know that it's correct at that point. So that frees up their time to focus on more complex applications, which require their specialist expertise. And so all of that together, that brings consistency, speeds up processing, and ultimately delivers a better customer experience and service. It was fantastic. So working with Hoowla and the other early adopters that we worked with, it's been so useful because and really crucial actually for the design of the future service, because designing that in a live environment, being able to test it, it's not just based on theory, it's kind of using that real world use. That helps us to shape the service, the systems that we're building to ensure we're truly meeting the needs of our customers and achieving the goals that we're looking to achieve. So, by co-creating with early adopters, this has worked really well. So feedback from Hoowla and the others involved has resulted in us being able to change and improve the service, and will continue to do so. And also one example is it's contributed significantly to the developer pack that we provide when we release this service, to ensure we're providing the right information and making it as clear as possible as to how to build and to use the service as well. So yeah, this collaboration ensures the service works for conveyancers in practice and not just on paper.
We've changed a lot of the back-end systems used for talking with Land Registry's Business Gateway. Probably the biggest change came with uploading the documents before the submission process. Yeah, a lot of the data was quite like for like, but we did a lot of changes in swapping over to a more JSON REST approach. So modernizing some of those APIs And as I said, with taking those documents before the submission, we had to build in a few things to handle that. Probably the biggest challenge was, given the Land Registry, what they do, we can't just put through test submissions to change title deeds. So we work very closely with our customers and put through genuine applications to help test those beta APIs. The Land Registry were very supportive, helping us out through meetings and being clear with what they were delivering. So we were also feeding that information back as we were coming across things. And yeah, they were very supportive through their meetings and things. We were always in close collaboration, so having sending emails back and forth, but also, as I said, meetings. They were very helpful at just communicating and keeping that process agile. Yeah, most of it is accepting those documents before that submission means that the Land Registry can run a lot more checks on it and highlight anything that's wrong much sooner, keeping that feedback loop shorter for our solicitors. At the end of the day, they can solve those problems quicker, and so everybody's happy.
Yeah, so the next phase we'll be looking to do, we'll introduce further checks. So that will be on uploaded documents, including deeds, which will help to identify more errors or where those errors may be in those documents and inconsistencies there too. So that will significantly, I think, continue to enhance the service and therefore the speed of service that we're able to provide as well. And then more broadly across all of our digital services, we are committed to making it faster and easier to work with Land Registry, and enhancing our checks is a key part of that journey. So we'll continue to work with customers and explore new ways of how we can do that, provide a better customer experience and improved speed of service as well. Yeah. So the next